What's up, guys? Back with another review and decided to try something a little new here, you know, just to occupy this little corner here and all that stuff. Whoa, those toys are big. Anyways though, Miles Morales was clearly the winner this round, although Spider-Man and Hulkbuster 2-pack came in pretty much closely tied for second, so that'll be interesting. But either way, I'll put these guys up here for voting, and you can also vote on... Oh, geez. That was a close one. But you can vote on these guys here too. Now it'll be the same as before. We can hit my channel page and click on the community tab and then vote from there in the poll, or you can just vote in the comments down below too, whichever works. Now this time around though, I'm gonna wait about 24 hours from now before I post the poll up, because last time I posted them together and they were right next to each other and looked kind of messy. Like I couldn't tell if there was like a new video or a poll. They just kind of blended in, so I'm gonna kind of separate them by day so that they're not so messy. So yeah, check back on that in 24 hours. But of course, if you're subscribed with the notification, it should just show up in your feed anyways. And if you're not, then well, why don't you? But anyways though, these toys ain't gonna open themselves. To start with the box on here, we get a pack style that's very similar to the Hero Vision figures, which is always great. Here's one side, and the other side. Here's the top, and the bottom. And here's the back with the glam shop, the other figures, which I clearly have, some legal jargon, and the UPC. And there he is, guys, Miles Morales, out of the package. Was I supposed to say something? And starting with the head here, we actually get a pretty decent looking sculpt. I actually like how the webbing is actually sculpted in. As you can see, it's not just painted on like other figures, so that's a plus. And I really like the eyes too. I like how they're nice and big, and I like how there's that red outline there on like Spidey's, which is black, so that's kind of a nice contrast. Plus the paint overall is actually really clean and nice, and it's very little bleeding. There's very little bleeding, not it's. And moving into the body. It's mainly just black colored plastic, but it has some muscle sculpting to it, which is pretty cool, but it has that kind of cartoony look, which makes sense, I guess, because it is a cartoon. And I do like the webbing sculpting that they put on the top there, which is cool. But it's a Spidey symbol on his chest that I really like. I love how it has that kind of spray painted pattern to it, that little drippiness to it, and I also like how it's actually raised up, it's sculpted up, it's 3D, it's not just painted on there. And speaking of the paint, it's actually pretty cleanly applied and crisp, and also pretty thick. And the back also has a spider symbol on it too, and it's actually painted, which is surprising because usually these budget figures don't have paint on the back, so that's like a sweet plus. But the spider symbol though, it doesn't really look like a spider, honestly. It looks kind of more like an ink blot, but that's more on the movie people than Hasbro. And looking at the arms here, it's kind of that skinny, cartoonish look, but he does have a little bit of muscle sculpt. And there's a lip to cover the elbow when it's fully extended, which I always like. Now, he has some red paint on his shoulder and hands there, but the edges of the paint isn't really crisp, so I mean, I can't tell if they were trying to go for a gradient look or if it just was poorly painted. But I do like how they gave him a web slinging hand though, which is pretty nice, but his other hand is kind of open, like he's supposed to be holding an accessory, but he doesn't come with an accessory to hold, which is kind of weird. I always found it weird when like figures came with like open hands, but then there's no accessories to hold, so it's like, what's the point? And moving on to the legs here, they're just like the arms, but much skinnier. It's like all the figures in this line like skipped leg day or something. I don't know, I guess you don't need your legs to web sling or something, I don't know. They have minimal contouring and zero paint aside from this bright white Lego jumbo on the inner thigh here. But his feet have a nice red paint to it, and it definitely looks like they were trying to go for a gradient look there, which is why I'm kind of wondering, like, was the arm supposed to be a gradient look too? Because the foot is definitely a gradient, and it looks nice, so I don't know. Oh, and they're very bendy too, as well as the arms. And of course, here's the bottom feet for you with the legal majanga danga banga janga bongo. And for articulation, his head rotates 360 degrees. Has some pretty good side to side. Not very much up, but a lot of down. The arm rotates 360 and has a pretty decent shoulder joint. The elbows bend 90 degrees and rotate. And the legs go all the way forward, but not at all back. And for accessories, he comes with this electric thingy. Now at first I was like, I thought he shoots webs. I mean, like, what's this electric thing? Like, is he the Shocker now or something? But then I remembered in the trailer how when he was in the cemetery and then like Peter Parker kind of snuck up on him and then he electrocuted him. Like, oh, okay, he's got. I guess that's his thing. Now it's actually pretty flexible and bendy, and you can actually wrap it around his neck and kind of make it look like he has spider sense or something. So that's pretty cool. And plus you can put it on other figures too, because it's kind of a universal accessory. You know, it's just electricity. So. And now for a word from Miles Morales.
I got you, you got scared.
Not cool, dude. Some of us have weak bladders and we pee ourselves when we get scared.
And now for some comparisons. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Iron Spidey, the Hero Vision Iron Spidey, the Mattel Basic Aquaman movie Aquaman, and the SH Figure Arts Infinity War Thanos. Hey look guys, I'm Miles Morales! Or actually I'm just Face Smacker wearing Miles Morales' suit. Cool! Well guys, overall this figure ain't bad. It's kind of a simplistic design, but it's in line with what the characters look like in the movie, so I'd call that a win. Anyways guys, don't forget to vote on which figure you want to see me review next. Now it looks like Spidey and the Toy Box Hulkbuster are the top contenders, and it'll be interesting to see which one of them win this time, or if perhaps a new contender will take the top spot. Anyways, like I said earlier, I'll be dropping the video about 24 hours from now to keep your video feed looking clean. But you can drop votes in the comments below in the meantime if you want. Or if you haven't already, you can hit that subscribe button and then pop that notification bell and the poll should pop up right in your video feed. Well guys, I hope you liked having me in this little corner here, and if you didn't, then you can let me know. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!
No.